With almost 2 months left for the ICC World Cup 2019, which will be played in England from May 30th, former England batsman Kevin Pietersen believes that if last year's summer repeats itself, the teams from the subcontinent will have an advantage in the tournament.
Last summer was one of the most beautiful summers since, I think, 1976. It was one of the hottest summers recorded in the UK. There was literally hardly any rain at all. Conditions were extremely dry. Playing in England over the last however many years, conditions have changed. So when I started playing for England in 2004, there wasn't that sub-air system underneath the grounds to take out all the moisture. So we would play a test match at Lord's, and before the sub-air systems came into the ground, if a huge rainstorm came across, that would be the day washed out. So when I started my career, it was amazing. As soon as the rain came, you knew that was your day off. But it changed. So all the grounds employed, so all the Trent Bridges, the Birminghams, the Lord started it, then they went to all the test grounds to make sure they maximised the amount of time that was played. So if a storm came through, the sub-air system obviously dragged the moisture, and within an hour they would mop up and you'd be back out and playing. Now, for the viewer, it's great. For the players, it's good. If you're in good form, if you're batting well at the moment, it's great. Or if you're going to win a test match, it's fantastic. However, it has had an impact on the wickets. So we started a test match against India in 2000 and somewhere. And on day one, it was it was green surface like this. By the end of day two, it was completely dry. Now, we didn't have any rain on the day, but the moisture that was sucking the system dry was completely depleting any grass on the wicket. So with that being said, if the conditions are like they were last summer, then I think the subcontinent teams are going to have a massive role to play in the World Cup. If they're not, and it's horrible and green and it's seaming all over the place, then I'm sorry, Rohit, but it's going to play into England's favour, and it's going to play into the teams that cope best in those circumstances. The one downside for England, though, is that they have the licence to go out and hit a six from ball one. And in those kinds of conditions, it's actually quite difficult, if it's swinging and seaming, to have that license to go out there and mow it. Because we've seen in the West Indies, on a wicket that did a bit, was at Barbados the other day, where the West Indies knocked over England. England, though they have a formidable approach to the way that they go and the license to go out and slog, they can get undone.